What up, banditos? We are live. It is Monday, July 31st at 4 p.m. streaming from the Pacific Northwest. That's Portland, and we are on the last day of the month. So let's do it right with an Oxidizer build.
Fight one. What you gonna do? Fight or run? Label us, no phobia, no phobia. Ain't too many kids bang with us. Situational fight one. What you gonna do? Fight or run?
All right, banditos, welcome to the build lab. We're gonna close out the week with an Oxidizer build and make something pretty freaking cool. This is what I'm hoping to do. So there's many ways to do an Oxidizer build. You guys know what I'm talking about. So this Oxidizer is this chem launcher dealio that shoots that purple gunk that can not only kill the enemies, but also kill you really freaking fast. And that happens a lot. I mean, raise your hand if that hasn't happened to you, or if that has happened to you. If that has happened to you. I know you've killed yourself with this thing. I have plenty of times. And a lot of it's because maybe you're standing behind some funky cover or an ally runs in front of you right as you're shooting it and down you go. So we're gonna have to be careful with that. Otherwise, it's a really good skill. It's very strong, especially in team play. And so you can, if you know the game really well, you can like spawn kill, right? And just anticipate the spawns and just chem the shit out of those spawns. It takes out everything. Tanks, chungas, whatever. Right, and it's got a lingering effect too, so you got to be careful you don't walk through your own cloud because the thing hangs around for a while. All right, so anyways, there's a lot of different ways you can create this. It's sort of like, what is your objective, right? And shout out to Machine Breakfast, thank you for that Prime sub, bro. Appreciate that. All you mods, what up? What up? Matt Reaper, good to see you in here. Skeletori, Black John Wick Nomad. Wayne is back on the hunt. Love it, love it. We got OG in the house, all the boys. Six Jim coming in. I think Chevy Muscle's got his game on. Biko, what up, boys? Sorry if I missed anybody, but you know, hearts out to all of y'all for making these live streams rowdy. All right, so yeah, I thought about that, Reaper. I know. I'm not gonna play into the chatterbox today but it is a great idea. It's interesting. But today we're gonna be using. Well, let me tell you what the objective of what I want to do today. So what I want to do today, okay, is basically just melt armored targets. That is our specific thing. Just hit them and get them out of the way really fast. Okay, and the reason why is because I know that's kind of sounds like an obvious thing, like who doesn't want to kill elites or whatever. But the thing about elites is they're tricky. Okay, so like, if you think about like, let's just go like district, picture your mind in District Union Arena, right? You make it through the first 3 waves and you go upstairs, right? And then you kill the 2 warhounds and then you enter the next room, which is like some sort of like lab, right? It looks like a lab, but it's like a prep room, kitchen area, right? Okay. And then you take out, you know, the first wave of enemies, and then it comes these 2 warhounds, right? And then you take out the 2 warhounds, right? And then there's a bunch of dudes hiding in a closet. I don't know how long they've been there, but there's a shitload of soldiers in the closet. That can't be comfortable. Anyways, so if you're on your A game, you spawn kill that closet, right? There's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 guys that come running out of that closet, as well as a tank, right? They come running out of that closet. Now, if you notice that you can spawn kill really well there, even with the greatest of builds, you can do really well. The one thing that's consistently happens is the elites always get out. They're like the fastest, the smartest, and the strongest, right? And so they get out. So whether you're throwing like fire chems or whatever, riot foam or whatever, they're so fast, they'll run through it. And so that's what we're combating, not just their armor, but their intelligence and speed. So if you're spawn killing, the downside of these chems is they're locational, right? It's sort of like a zonal play. right? You're playing in a zone. You're attacking a zone. And if you try to spread it out and kind of across the whole battlefield, I mean, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You just kind of minor damage to everybody because it dissipates relatively quickly. And so, and that's why we want a fast attack their armor. So even if they do escape, there's not much left of them for your DPS team to finish off, if that makes sense. So we want really high upfront damage to armor. And that's the unique spin I want to make on today's build. There's lots of different ways to make this build. So one of the cool things about the Oxidizer, what is really, really unique about it, is it takes just about every multiplier in the game, as far as I know. And so it takes damage to armor, it takes damage to targets out of cover, and damage to health. So we want to play into that. The other thing is it takes duration. And so where Riot Foam doesn't, and the Fire Chem doesn't. So I know that's kind of confusing, but they look at the Oxidizer differently. And that's why it takes duration like a attack drone or a turret, right? So it takes duration like those. So Murakami will actually make the cloud stay up longer. The healing chem is the same. So skill duration will hold up that purple cloud longer. It's not a status effect. So status effects make status chems such as fire and riot foam last longer. That's its last longer attribute. But for the Oxidizer, we're looking at skill duration. So what I want to do is utilize all of its power-ups as much as possible. So what we're talking about is like Contractor's Gloves with skill damage, because we get that 8% damage to armor, right? And then that's why I want to use a capacitor, because it's got the highest damage to armor attribute out of any of the assault rifles. Plus it's going to give us 60% more skill damage, making it stronger. And then of course the health damage, which will help once you break down their armor. And then we got this is just a starter build, so we're not set in stone, okay? But the Hollow Man is an example to get us the health damage. So we may or may not stick with this, but once you break through their armor, you still got to chew through their health, so it'll help chew them quickly. But also in Legendary, this is pretty helpful against dogs, tanks, and chungas, because they take health damage. And then what I want to do is get 2 pieces of Walker, so we can get, or maybe even 3, right? But the damage to armor at the very least. And then we could also get damage to health at 5% also, which isn't as good as the 10%, but you know, depends on what stats we have, because you know this also has hazard protection, which we're not making use of, so we might be better off with a little less health damage and then get our skill haste there instead. But you know, whatever. And then I'm running the Sacrifice. We're not looking at the headshot damage, but we are looking at that Perfect Glass Cannon, which is 30% amp damage. So yeah, you're playing from cover and you're trying to get your stacks on your weapon, but that's about it. I do have a alternate chest piece on the Walker side, but really, let's see here, this one. And so I could use this one and take out Overwatch and put regular glass cannon there. But yeah, Ninja Bike might not be a bad idea. Good call. Good call. Actually, that's actually a really good idea. But we'd lose some of our things. Some of the things wouldn't line up. Like this one, we'd get weapon handling. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd be interested to see that. This one, we'd have to get rid of this one too, because that would open up crit chance. We'd have to rethink that, but that might be a way. So what we're missing is this. So what we want here is actually the Fox's Prayers. So what we want here is Fox's Prayers with, and I might be able to use this one for now, but damage to targets out of cover, because Oxidizer uses that. And then we put skill damage there, and ideally a skill tier, right? And so the other one is, then we got, ideally we have our second Walker in our backpack, and I think that would make it perfect. Good news, we got Walker and Harris right here, and also backpacks right here, so we can go try to farm with this bad boy at the same time. So kind of test it and farm with it at the same time. So otherwise, you're gonna want, for mods, we're gonna want some skill haste, and then we're gonna want some maybe a skill duration. But for the most part, you don't really want to run out of this stuff. Oops. Let's try that again. No. My buttons are really heavy, so yeah. All right, let's put some more skill haste. So I'll put 2 skill haste and then 1 skill duration, double up on that skill duration. Because eventually, because we don't have any Murakami, that's why. So, and then I don't know if I'm gonna run this backpack, but right now I have a Brazos just because I don't have anything better. But we're running tech support. You could also put combined arms. It sort of depends. I think combined arms is probably better. And the reason why is if, yeah, that you have to shoot somebody, you have to use your gun with combined arms, but it will work with the Oxidizer. And I think if you're playing really fast, that's better, right? Because the Oxidizer has to kill somebody and the whole wave might be, if you're playing with a good team, the whole wave might be done before tech support even kicks in. You know what I mean? You throw out a couple of Oxidizers and then your team is blasting them as the door opens, there's nobody left. And tech support never kicks in. But if you have combined arms, then you throw a couple of Oxidizers out there and then as soon as that door opens, 1 bullet will activate combined arms. You know, so I don't think there's a wrong way here. It just sort of depends on how much you're hiding versus shooting and how good your team is. I do feel like combined arms is probably the safer bet. It doesn't last very long. So... so I'm mostly kind of limited on the backpack. You could also go perfectly calculated, so kills from cover reduce skill cooldown. So that in order to get more of those back, you can do the backpack, the exotic backpack, Acosta's go bag, huck a grenade, and then get that overcharge. That's a good way to take on like things like hunters and stuff like that, like floor 100 hunters. Let's see, what else do we got? I mean, that's basically it. You know, you got cooldowns of power and combined arms. It's probably the better way to go. My Costa's go bag is elsewhere. So right now I'm just using tech support, so that's fine just for now, for the moment. But that's what we're after, is really a better backpack. So I crafted this just a couple of minutes ago, so it's really shitty. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a skill tier on that. So that way I could use the foxes, because we're down 1 skill tier. So I'll go ahead and put that here. You could also put the waveform if you wanted to, but I'll show you why I'm not doing that in a second here. So the reason why I'm not doing it is because I'm running technician to give me a skill tier, which is cool, but I want the Oxidizer to power up the, I want the artificer to power up the Oxidizer. So it's got a 70% buff on it right now. So that's gonna make this stronger. Let's go take a look at it in a second on how well it does. And then, so for here, I'll go ahead and put on skill duration. And then on the knees, let's go ahead and put on skill damage. Yeah, the Ninja Bike would work with an Oxidizer build. The downside with the Ninja Bike is that you would lose all your multipliers, and that's what I'm after. And so the reason why you lose all your multipliers is because the Ninja Bike wouldn't make sense with this glove. All of a sudden you're using it to unlock weapon handling, and then you're using it to unlock accuracy. And then the only thing it would benefit would really be the walker, because that would open up your damage to armor. But then up here, you're getting more weapon damage at 5%, which is worthless. And then you'd get more crit chance out of your chest piece. So it really doesn't do a ton for you. So let's put this on the hardest level here. You could also run the BTSU gloves and overcharge your hive. That's a good team play. And we might end up doing that if we feel like we're so strong. But I'm kind of going for max damage first. So let's go ahead and actually... let me just put one of these guys up. So I'm gonna get my gun stacks real quick. All right, let's hit it. So 500,000 per tick. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. 1 chem. That's 1 chem, right? I think that did the trick. Did you see where the damage to health came in handy? So watch, okay? So let me build up some stacks on this front guy here real quick. Okay, let's reset that. And you make sure you got the right gun in hand, which I lost my stacks, unfortunately. Fuck. So that sucks when you swap to the wrong weapon. But you see how that's what the damage to health is doing right there, right? Because otherwise, what ended up happening if you don't have enough damage to health is you might have these guys like running around with just no armor, and then that sucks, right? Okay, so let's try this again. That's pretty fast. The truth is though, the enemies aren't gonna be standing around, right? So it's gonna take more than one chem. So, and now we got a stronger chem. And notice the cloud is still there. Look how fast it's multiplying on itself. Notice that they're dying faster. How'd you escape? Okay, let's go give it a play. So far, so good. Now, basically, we got two ineffective pieces on the build. I want you to mind that. Okay, so this isn't really doing anything for us. We just got 5% weapon damage. Of course, we got the skill tier and skill damage. And then this is giving us a little bit of skill haste, so it's not the worst thing, okay? But it's just a placeholder for now. And so what we're after is ultimately, we're gonna go up here into this zone and get ourselves, ideally, a backpack, right? A walker backpack. It's gotta have skill damage already on it, at the very least. Sounds like a very difficult farm, I'll be honest with you. You like the BTSU gloves? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's probably a smarter way to go instead of, I mean, when you're running a legendary to overcharge to help out your team. But that power fantasy. Hi, Panda. Panda? Hey, everybody but Wayne. Haha, Wayne. Dragon, what up, bro? You gonna help me test this dragon? Once I get it together. I actually don't run Oxidizer a lot. I don't. I can't even remember last time I did, actually. So we'll shoot through objects, which is good. Trying to get my stacks up here. Says she's taking damage to the wall. Two kills right there. Not bad, not bad. Keeping an eye on my canisters. Can't see because of that phone. That steam right there. You see that? So I got damage and 1 extra canister for mods. You could also go wider radius. Skill haste as well. see where this mofo is. Very relaxed playstyle, I gotta say. Everybody heal up from that. What? What? Are you serious? They shot me through the cover. Oh my god. Where is my backup? Here they come. They shot me through the little crack where my feet are. That's stupid. Habsburg, I think. Machine. I'm not sure which the captain. I don't remember the captain. I made a few variations of that. So could be Habsburg, could be a good replacement. There's the boss. If you're running the pistol, then you could also look at D&H, which will give you more pistol damage. You could also run Improvise for more protection from elites. I don't exactly remember how that build is created, besides the chest piece, obviously. But it's got their own Wyvern for more skill damage. What up, Miracle Onyx? Brazen? What's up, bro? I know you got here earlier, but saying hi officially. St. Elmo's would, yeah, I thought about that actually, to kind of integrate the St. Elmo's. You could. It's a different strategy. I was also thinking about the traps, you know, like getting them in a kind of like a spider web. I'm kind of playing it true, kind of like a little bit more of a purist form here. But yeah, all that's definitely a good idea. You could also do, actually, it'd probably be better to run the shotgun because the shotgun's got higher damage to armor on it. The shotgun I'm referring to is a Scorpio. And it'll hold them still too, obviously. Yeah, we're murdering these guys, though. They're coming up from behind me now. I have that feeling. It makes them very easy to kill, because remember, I don't have shit for weapon damage. I don't know if that landed or not. That's what I'm talking about, right there. Sorry, I had to get a melee in. But you gotta watch out for your own cloud. See how it's hanging out? But she ran through that and she just got smeared. My fucking backup, right? They're coming for me. We're a little low on chems now. Really? Oh shit, there's a guy up here. Makes him nice and squishy, huh? You didn't do shit, bro. I mean, it really does soften him up a lot. I mean, that must be some nasty shit. Oh, we're out of ammo. Good timing. Rogues. That must be some nasty shit in real life, huh, if you think about it. To be able to... Whatever it is. Damn. I want to know the recipe.
Rogue agent detected.
These guys are paper mache. Look at them tick, 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 tick.
Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected.
He's done.
Rogue agent eliminated.
All right, let's see if we got lucky on that backpack, huh?
Access unlocked.
It's like shooting Mercury. Can you imagine? Okay. I mean, a mask. I would take a mask too if we got the right piece. Could just go Walker with tag team. That's not bad. This is lethal in PvP. Has anybody tried this in PvP? It's pretty nasty. Really nasty. You're obviously really squishy, but I mean, this much damage to armor in PvP, nobody can hang. Skill haste and unbreakable. Probably not. Walker. The mob. See, mob comes with nice damage to armor also. And you get armor on kill. That's an odd place to... Really? Bunch of crap. All right. That's right, I can craft it too if I get, so it's good to get some components. They never showed up. They're scared now. The rogues are too scared. You get hate mail from this. I'd probably personally write your mother if you wrote this, if you wore this build in the Dark Zone. It'd be like, Dear Reaper's mom. Reaper has been terrorizing the Dark Zone with the purple goo again. And he's been stealing my lunch money. Yeah, so the Scorpio would be good too. I mean, I wish you could have both. I mean, the only thing the Scorpio doesn't do is give you that 60% to your Oxidizer, which is pretty valuable. But when it comes to self-defense, that's gonna probably take the cake. But it's nice to have the range too from this thing. Oh, look at this. You see these folios here? Just waiting to die. Oops. I hate these low cover points like this. It's low.
Reinforcements incoming.
Better heal up, huh? Oh, that's how you kill yourself. That's what I'm talking about. Dumb, huh? You think that's like designed? Because I mean, it's kind of stupid. I had to clear shot. No, I've never gone up to 100 to farm. Nah, I've seen it though. I know what you mean though.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Can I not go up there? What? Really? Is this like off limits garden? I don't remember that being off limits. Does pretty good in close range, huh? So yeah, that's the catch though. There is a catch, everything has one. And this one is, you can kill yourself pretty easy. Probably the easiest way to kill yourself in this game. The Oxidizer. What the fuck, dudes? Please don't land a grenade. Oh, you did. Gotta run and hide. It's gonna last like an hour. Shit. Ah!
Medical assistance needed.
It's that perfect glass cannon for you.
Agent down.
This is dangerous cover right here. It's so high that you can kill yourself. You see how I'm shooting it sideways so I don't kill myself? Oh, you could also shoot ceilings, by the way, and let it rain. See that? You can actually get people upstairs. It'll kill people upstairs if you didn't know that.
Hostile detected.
Where's my backup? What's going on with those guys? They're out there dying and shit. You got two measly dudes down here. That's it. Suck on that.
Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Hostile supply convoy nearby.
There's a back here messing around, man. Oh, that grenade followed me. Piece of shit. This game loves to cheat. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting way to play. You can see how powerful this would be in a group setting. Because your chems would go a lot further, I guess, is another way to say it. But it makes you feel quite strong in the weapon department. I mean, I have no weapon damage, but you know, you're just kind of melting these guys to the point where it makes your time to kill reasonable. But I'm fighting guys on two fronts here, which is kind of annoying. I guess it says something about the build in a way, though.
Serious trauma detected.
Jesus Christ.
Agent incapacitated.
Where'd that guy come from? Standing right next to me. All right. Let's finish off this boss, I guess. Ah, they're behind me again. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Ah, dive. Yeah, yep. Killed myself right there. I walked through that cloud. Okay, we gotta get back there because we gotta get our gear. Yeah, you'd still do a pretty good job at killing yourself even without glass cannon. When, you know what I mean? Like if you accidentally chemmed yourself, whether you had glass cannon or not, you're pretty much a goner. You could put on Overwatch though, is another way to go if you're not a big glass cannon fan. But we're gonna run this in team play, and with team play you'd be pretty stagnant. So the issue is that we have to move a lot and kind of watch our back and, you know, check these angles and stuff. But the reality is that if we were playing in group, which this build is really designed for, in my mind, it's basically like, oh fuck, oh god damn it, Jesus Christ, it's basically the skill damage version of like an Eclipse build, you know what I mean? And I mean, you can run Eclipse by yourself, but it totally is better in a team format. And that's how I look at Oxidizer builds too. You can run it by yourself, but it is way better to do it with the team. It basically, it's kind of functions like the Biomask in many ways, right? Like you get, oh good, I've got lots of gear here. Ooh, that's a nice Alps, huh? Too bad it's got crits there. I'll grab it anyways. Ooh, another one. Good backpack. Yeah, that's a good one. It's paying out. So, you know what I mean? It works like the Biomask. You're basically ticking them to make them easier to kill. It's the same thing. It's just one big bio build. Glass cannon aside, right? You don't have to run glass cannon. He's coming straight for me, isn't he? Got fucking moves too, man. God damn it, not one of those shots landed.
Hostile broadcast picked up. Heavily armored. Hostile detected.
He's toast, isn't he? So the cloud is still, see that duration working there for us?
Hostile broadcast detected.
That creates a nice little barrier, huh?
Vital signs critical.
Loot! It's everywhere.
Supply room access unlocked.
Okay, so usually if it's got headshot damage on it, I'm sorry, skill damage on it, we can run with it.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
You could really not have enough walker. You know, it's good on sniper builds, skill builds. What else do we use it a lot for? Find myself always farming for it though, like specific pieces. You could also play into, like, you can make yourself tankier with these builds too by using the TDI card. Yeah, I don't want to use skill. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to replace our backpack. I think combined arms would be the better way to go, because I think when you're with a good team, you can be going too fast. Everything's happening a lot faster. Let's see if we got anything. Status and repair skills and clutch. It's interesting though, isn't it? Yeah, we can't use it. I'll dump it. Dump it. That one we'll keep. It looks good, but I'll dump it. So yeah, it is the backpack that we want to replace. That's where we're looking for, that walker piece. We can see if we can craft it too, just to skip the hubba bubba. Not sure if you can craft walker backpacks. It's always hit or miss when it comes to what you can and can't craft. Let's go take a look. Yeah, I agree, Batsy. I'm kind of toning this up for legendary. And this is how I see it happening in legendary. I think that what ends up happening is that, you know, because damage over time is a slower way to kill, right? And so I think when you're running with the full squad and legendary, their damage is probably going to outperform your Oxidizer. So your Oxidizer is weakening them so much, but their one bullet will keep finishing them off. Yeah, but true. Yeah, I could use it now while we're looking for the right backpack. I can try to craft a backpack so that we can test this fully. I'm not sure if we can, but we'll try. Nope, wrong one. Ooh, yeah, we can. All right, let's see. It's close. It's got skill haste at least. Overclock, obviously I'd have to take that off, but we can't afford the skill tier because we don't have the right boxes. I used to have the right foxes, but I deleted them. Of course. Had to. I didn't use them enough because this is the only one that works with it. Oh, look at that one. Skill damage already on it with Energize. I'll hold on to it. Nice wicked one, huh? Ooh, that's another good one. High skill damage with adrenaline rush. Huh. So let's take this off. Put that as a placeholder there. So the reason why, so this one is the one that's holding me back because it's got a weapon damage core there, you know. And so if I had the right knees, I mean, I could get rid of the foxes, but I really want that damage to targets out of cover. I think it really helps. Yeah, Dan, that did help in everybody else, somebody else. It was amazing. I got a clip on that. That's amazing. I mean, it's like getting struck by lightning. You should consider yourself lucky. I gotta empty my backpack, apparently. Ooh, some more skill damage. It knows what we're looking for. That one we can't use, but... All right, let me get rid of a couple things so we can craft more. It's paying out, so... I do have a nice Murakami chest too. So yeah, Overwatch isn't bad. I give you 12% skill damage. But I'm not worried about glass cannon too much, you know. I don't normally use it in heroic gameplay, to tell you the truth. I don't see the point in using it in heroic. It's so easy to get super strong in heroic that, I mean, you know, don't have to run glass cannon. Hold on. Get rid of something. Sokolov, I guess. All right. Just go off. Just go off. Let's get rid of you. And then we do have this walker as an alternative too. With it's actually set up nicely. So we'll look at all the other options. Put this one back. Golan. This walker's nice. We'll keep that one for later. Badger off. All right, that should be enough. So what's most important is not necessarily, so if we can get skill damage and the right talent, then that'll be good. I'll take tech support if we get it. Combined arms would be good. Kills from cover would be good. The Costa's go back would be good here too. So if we wanted to get rid of the Hollow Man mask, and I might, for the sake of making this easier to build. You know, because, you know, if we can limit named items. I mean, contractors and foxes aren't that rare, so that's fine. But the Hollow Man mask you'd have to get from name item caches. That one's not bad. Combined arms. I'll hold on to that one just in case. Opportunistic wouldn't be bad, huh? I mean, that might be more interesting. Let me think about this for a second. Would we be better off with opportunistic? And then running the Scorpio? Where'd that one go? Because enemy, you'd get 10% more amp damage versus 25%. Well, 25% is probably gonna be more. But that is all sources, so it'd be the Chem 2. And then you'd get 20% if they're still alive from that 7th round from the Scorpio. So it'd be 30% amp damage there. However, the Chem works really good at range and the Scorpio doesn't. So that's the downside of that. You have to be pretty inside. So if you were maybe indoors, Capitol building or something like that, maybe. Yeah, the BTSUs would be a good alternate also. I think I'd probably take... Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough choice. The Costas, BTSUs. I mean, I like the idea of throwing out the grenade. It depends on what you're playing, I guess. Unlimited grenade, overcharge every 60 seconds, you know? Seems so easy. But we're not using our hive. In Legendary, we'd probably be dropping our hive more. Yeah, it's a tough call. I never used the BTSUs, so it'd be a good time to break them out. It's pretty standard to run that way. So there's a tech support option. We'll hold on to that one. Browsing, you're everywhere, my man. Good, good. Then you're in the right place, man. Then you're in the right place. Does anybody use overclock? I never use that. I find like when I want to use it, like I don't have the ability to use an armor kit because I haven't taken damage. It's like, oh. Like when you want to kick off a fight, for example. Let's say you start a new checkpoint, you want that overcharge right away to wipe the checkpoint, and it's like, you're not there for me, man. Me too, Brazen. Me too, man. That's my schedule. A little less sleep. Yeah. Yeah. Could be a little rough, but we're close on a couple of these. So, probably... didn't we get a combined arms runs? Yeah, there's that one. So I could run this one, just put a skill tier, and it will be down 10% skill damage. That's not bad. Yeah, let me craft a few more though. Skill damage and opportunistic. Not bad either if we decide to go shotgun, right? I'll hold on to it. It's very tempting to use a Scorpio, you know? Oh, skill damage repair skills. Had that stupid adrenaline rush though. Yeah, it's always hard. It's farming backpacks and chest pieces are tough. Oh, thanks, Brosnan. Appreciate you, man, for that sub. Backpacks and chest pieces are tough to farm, man. You're like, I rarely farm them, actually. You know, it's like, I mean, when I farm backpack and chest pieces, I'm not really looking for anything specific. I'm just like hoping for good drops. But it's the worst. I mean, I'm beyond the days where I could go out and farm specific chest pieces and backpacks for the most part. It's easier just to craft them and
You can't be any
and
geek
then,
off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
optimize. What up, Aaron? They keep giving us this overclock. I mean, it's so close, right? Skill damage and overclock. Wrong one, though, right? Ooh, another nice weapon handling headshot damage. Energize. Yeah, it would be good, Batsy. Would be good. There we go. We got it. Skill damage, combined arms. Ha ha ha. Right on. So it's got status effects, but whatever. And so this one we could just roll on a skill tier and then go with it. Now the foxes, you know, if you get one with skill damage, which is actually not that rare. I've gotten many of them over the days. Deleted them. So you could farm holsters right now and get this. Bitty by bit, appreciate you for that prime. Rock. Sorry, I got a bunch of alerts coming in. People re-upping on their players club. So I got my alerts turned off for a few minutes. Gonna let those run so I don't slam you with those. Okay, so cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and just change that to a skill tier, even though there's a good chance. We'll dump that one. That'll end up getting that holster later. Dump that. If I do, then this one could, no, that one won't work. That one will dump. That one will dump. You don't have to have it perfect. By the way, if you're missing just 10% skill damage, who the F cares? Honestly. But, you know, I'm just a psychopath, you know? I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. Like, you know, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't. But you just can't help it, right? You just can't. Merlin, what up? All right. Let's go see what that does. That should change the game quite a bit. Skeletor, 19 months, you rock, bro. All right, this is killer. This is killer. So this is gonna do, basically, did we have duration on the back? I mean, we could use a little more haste since we're down haste because we got status effects there. But we just lifted our damage to armor. What's our damage to armor right now? 25%. Whoa, right? So we were basically, we were like 400 something. So this is what you would want your build to look like, ideally, you know? It's pretty straightforward. And then you have options if you want to do the Acosta's Go bag. That's a good one here, okay? So you lose the damage. Acosta's gives you 10% skill damage. I don't have it here. But I'm gearing this up for legendary gameplays. So, what I'll do is go ahead and my friends is open, so if you want to go ahead and jump in, if you're on my friends list and roll with me in legendary, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'll just match make. Hype train, baby! All right. Got level 3 hype train. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on.
You are now group leader.
Thanks, VL. Appreciate you, bro.
You have been promoted to group leader. Another agent.
Yeah, the artificer. That's right, Avery. Yeah, you got it. So what I'm gonna do here is first build up my stacks real quick. And we'll see where we're ticking. Okay, so we're full up there. And then let's see where we get here. So we're over the threshold. We went up about 70,000. Cool. All right, let's see what VL's wearing, see if he's buffing us in any way. He's not. Good. Well, a little bit. He's giving us some skill damage here. Okay, cool. And then he's running to overclock, which gives us some skill efficiency. Oh, you're so sweet. Overwatch. VL Jack is so sweet. Such a good guy. He's always buffing the team. So everything he's got here is buffing me. I love it. Thanks, man. So he's got overclock, which is giving us active cooldown, better active cooldown. And he's got ground control, giving us a little bit of skill damage. And then he's got Overwatch for more skill damage. Such a nice guy. And then he's got heals for us. And then he's going to be healing us. Oh, the nicest guy ever. All right, let's go. Let's go test this bad boy. Okay, I got to warn you. I'm not the most proficient chem launcher dude. Okay, so you know, don't be surprised if I kill myself every now and again. We'll matchmake. We'll matchmake if nobody else jumps in on us. Galen, are you trying to roll with me, bro? Invite to game. Throw you in, bro. Okay, just in case you want to come play. All right, and then we will matchmake.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
All right.
Another agent is now in your group.
So yeah, you don't really want to be the frontline dude. All right, as a chem launcher guy, you kind of want to play a little bit back. Choose your cover wisely. We can start off, VL. Let's go ahead and kick it. I think we got skill build. Yeah, this other guy, he's got a couple. He just looks like a skill build player too right now, so that's cool. So I can throw my artificer out here and get everybody, I think.
An agent needs assistance.
Uh-oh, can somebody get him? Yeah, he's got him. Okay, let's use our gun. Let's rack up some points. Because we're running combined arms. Incoming! Damn, huh? Ah!
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, that fucking shock grenade. She wanted me, huh? The Hollow Man is damage to health, so that's gonna help you against tech. Tech is health damage.
Agent down.
Nice, sick Jim in the house, my man. Sick. I can't believe it. And Chungas are health damage too. So the Hollow Man helps against Chungas too. Oh, that fucking drone lady. I can't believe she's still alive. She's hiding in the fucking back. All right, we got a level 2 hype train remote. What? There's probably a better place for me to position for a cam. Finally got that lady. You know what I mean? Like maybe a better view of the enemy here. I think chems push the enemies back too, you know what I mean? I think they probably played a little bit deeper as a reaction. $580 on tick, you seen that right there? And the white numbers mean health damage. Good job, boys. Yeah, I think I can see that skill efficiency coming off of VL Jack. I think if I stay next to him, see that green line, my skill efficiency goes faster. I've never really seen that skill work. I mean, that talent work. He's running the backpack, perfect, whatever. It's really hard to test. Perfect overclock. Because it's a comparison. You know what I mean? It's a comparison. You'd have to time it. But... all right. Dude, I guess is ready. Trying to use it sparingly a little bit. Damn, those are some serious heals. Spread the cancer. So I think with the chungas, you want to hit that corner there, so I can save my my chems. But you hit that corner right before they come around. That's the cool thing about Oxidizer. You can do a lot of damage in anticipation before you even see the enemies. Yeah, Manhunt tomorrow. I think that is right. Let's see what we got. Polarity switch. And no, 1 week. 1 week for the mana. Pick this up. Oh, did he follow me? He did. Wow, he was fast, bro. I mean, I ran from them really fast. He was like right behind me, man. All right, get this last guy here. Damn, look at that healing station. That's insane. I mean, insane. You know what I mean? God. This game. Okay, so I think I gotta... Yeah, I gotta crush that. All right, if we're ready, almost, yeah. Keep the rush back. Trying not to kill myself. It's coming for me. See that? Nice one, guys. Yeah, in sync with MMA is good. I like that too. It's good for legendary. Yeah. That's not a bad one there. Murakami gives you that duration, and it does help, you know. Try not to kill myself here. See what I mean?
Serious trauma detected.
So I can't go out there because you see my cloud? It's everywhere. Small rooms are tough. You gotta stay put. But that's what you got your team for, you know? Try not to move around too much. Also, because you don't want them to accidentally step in front of your chem. That's the other reason why you don't want to move around. It's not always their fault. If you're moving around a lot, they can't help it. All right, let's rock. Wow, good shot, dude.
Assistance needed.
So we got to get to that spawn door before the Warhound goes down. So he might disable us. He's good at that. Okay, good. We got away.
Serious trauma detected.
Good one, guys. So here's a good room to test the chems. So basically we can just hold up till I get a few chems and then we could splash that door. Somebody alive back here? Oh, is he in the room? Weird. The door's open, so it must just be a visual glitch. Oops. Dude.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Okay, now I can't go over there. There's the downside. So this is a good room for chems too, because of those healing stations. So you want to get the zones where they like to drop them at. And then from there, you got a really good choke point. So I hit that door in the back there. See that? Run the door open, they take the pain. Oh, really? Fuck you, dude. Oh, whatever. I mean, how did they get that grenade off? Back there dying. Get out of there. $610 per tick. You seen that? It's a nice little damage right there. We ain't afraid of no ghosts. Wow. Healing through everything, little dick. I don't know how they got the healing stations down. I thought we were like pretty good on our game there. I think the medic got him up and then they put their healing stations down. I think that's what happened. The beast. What up, beastie? All right, we can rock as soon as that guy's failed jack. All right. It's nice that you're providing a little utility with that hive too.
Serious trauma detected.
Ah, fuck. Gotta run the back of the head. Like, can you imagine if you were hurting your allies with that? How am I taking damage right now?
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
Oh. Yeah, we don't have any DPS on our team. It's a little tough.
Agent killed.
2 turrets still up though. Good choice, good choice.
Vital signs critical.
You guys still tripping on those stairs? Those notorious DUA staircase? All right. Let's do this.
Serious trauma detected.
Purple goo. Oh, come on, that made it. Ah, I saw it go over. Stupid.
Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that though. It's like insta death. Get out of here. Does kind of suck up here. You don't got much of an angle. What's a nice one? It's galvanized, huh? Good drops today. Yeah, they should add a poison effect. That'd be a good idea. Stacks with maybe the Scorpio, like they could stack on each other. That'd be nice. How? What?
Agent incapacitated.
Did I take a shot? Is that what just happened?
Agent down. Agent deceased.
Must have been that shotgunner. Fucking, that's why they call them the Widowmakers, huh? Come through and wipe out your team. Is it safe? Okay, here's an interesting room. This next room is an interesting room for the Oxidizer. Because you got those doors. You want to blast? In anticipation, and then the healing stations, wherever those go. Also good against those tanks that don't move a lot. Nasty Glass, what up, man? Just keep him out of this corner back here. Nowhere safe.
Assistance needed.
How the?
Agent down.
What is he standing on up there?
An agent needs assistance. Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah, it's a high damage to armor, high damage to targets out of cover. So we got 25% damage to armor. Man, we're getting pelted over here. Where is that lady?
Serious trauma detected.
Fuck.
Out of action.
Gotta get out of here. I can't believe how much damage I'm taking, and I'm so far back here. You know what I mean? It's incredible, actually. Oh, here comes a rusher. I'm out of here. Look at that.
Vital signs critical.
That's been the first wave. Really? Fucking jumped out of the way of that.
Agent down. An agent needs assistance.
Let's see if I can get to him. Hold on. Oh, fuck you guys.
Assistance needed.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Signs.
Yeah, we need a DPS player on here. Right on, Unicorn. That rocks. PC or PlayStation, Xbox, where you at?
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
An agent has left your group.
All right, let's see if we can get lucky here.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Match, mate. We need somebody that's got a good with the gun, because we got too many like defensive stacking going on here, and so because this isn't really an offensive skill where, I mean it is, but it isn't. And so we need somebody to be able to hold off the rushers, especially. But I can swap my skill to a turret to take the distractor. Can do the companion or Overwatch. I'm not sure I want companion though, because I'm not really a shooter. I mean, I'm using my gun, but mostly just to stack and for its damage to armor. We could add the overcharge effect though. That'd be the other thing to do. Yeah, let me do that. I'm not sure if I have them here though. That's the downside. They might be in my... Tomorrow is the polarity switch event, looks like is all it is. And then 1 week out, we got the manhunt, the final manhunt. Yeah, decoy wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I don't really want to lose the power up. It just kind of comes, that's kind of, you know, some builds are like that. They're really dependent on who else joins your team. You know what I mean? So that other guy that was with us was also a skill build, and he was using the Oxidizer with a turret, and then sometimes he was using explosives. So, which tells me it was really a team support build. And so when you have, and then VLJack is also a team support build. So we had 3 team support builds, right? And so, and sometimes, so your team can be really lopsided, and that's what I mean. Like we had a lot of defense. And you know, we're working on an Oxidizer build, so you don't really want me to change out of the...
Another agent is now in your group.
Yeah, see, I don't have those gloves or the backpack, so I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just roll with it. Maybe we got a little lucky here. Yeah, skilled is nice. I like skilled too. What up, Astro? I mean, that's kind of the thing. I mean, when you choose your team support builds, because that's what this is, you have to think about that in random gameplay, right? You know, some of them are like, you could get bad luck, and then, you know, there's not much you can do. Your build is very one-dimensional.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
What the fuck did that come from? Oh, that came from the legendary side.
Incapacitated.
We woke up the legendary. Oh, that's a good one. Drive by. Patriot Bill of Vigilance. St. Elmo's. Yeah, very good. Very good little team support build. Versatile. Because you're not just buffing the team, you're also contributing. To the damage department on your own, right? So the legendary is out there. You see that?
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Four-man heroic is ridiculous. Look how much damage they take. So annoying, huh? The right funds are really helpful there. Might have to reset that legendary. I think they're awake in there. So there we go. Yep. See that? Take what's coming for me. All right, let's try it again.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
I don't normally play up here, but it's got a better angle. Good job, VL. Got a little bit better. Smooth, guys. Ah, went over his fucking head. Try not to hit this guy in the back, huh? Oh yeah, they're toast. I like that build a little bit better, BL Jack.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
It's already running here. Oh yeah, clips, yep. Lots of ticking going on then. Right phone, skill damage, yeah, good one. Yeah, we were talking about that, Colin. We were talking about that. The only thing is a little bit of the range, you know, in some cases where the shotgun isn't going to be, but we still got the 12% DTA here, and then the 60% skill damage. We talked about it, though. It's a really good option. It just depends on the room or the fight, you know. But some of these, the shotgun would be technically out of range. I guess if you don't care about that junk. Which a lot of people don't, actually, with the Scorpio. It's kind of funny. I see. The number one problem with the Scorpio is a lot of people use it out of its optimal range. Because it still works when it comes to its status effects at those deeper ranges. Yeah, we thought about that though. Yeah, totally. So I'm kind of electing to go with the skill damage and then a little bit more range and then the damage to armor. Sorry, VL Jack, you were fast. Didn't get that. Didn't get out fast enough. But we got it. We got it. Hang tight, hang tight. We're almost done. Good play, though. You really set it up for the win. You did set it up for the win, though. The Sacrifice by VL Jack. Yeah, the mop is nice, too. Yeah, I don't have a secondary weapon on right now. And then, you know, you have the option to go overcharge, right? So we're rolling all in, doing a little bit differently, you know? But you can put the BTSU gloves, you can run a Costa's Go back. There's definitely so many different ways to go. And I think, you know, when we create the build video, I'll probably showcase everything. You know, I'll probably showcase the overcharge and then maybe do a full oxidizer workup. This fucking guy. Because I'm running glass cannon too, and a lot of people don't like glass cannon, so I'll probably give an alternate to that. Yeah, the battery pack. That's right. Yes, get the skill haste. There's tons of ways you can go. Better heal up, I guess, huh? I'll save it. Good run. All right, we're cooking now. $639 per tick. $839. Wow. That's nice. It's from that little bit of buff coming off of VL Jack, I think. Yeah, Galvanize and Vanguard could go on top of each other. They're wild. Totally. We have that build. That's the armor jackpot build. It's pretty good. Oof.
Vital signs critical.
Where is that? Chem station. There it is. Shock ammo. You're predicting a bighorn drop? I never get it, so don't hold your breath. Ooh, those snipers wanted me, huh? Damn. They all focus fired, I think. Didn't want that healing station to go down, man. That purple guy got it down. Fucking healed himself, too. Sucks.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
That was a fucking close call. I'm glad we held our ground. That was close. It's that one fucking guy back there. He's the reason why that got tough. He evaded it all. Good save, though. Good job holding your ground. Because if somebody would have bailed, it would have all fell apart. You ever had that happen to you? It's just like, if you just would have held your ground, we would have got it. We were, you know. But I get it. Some people want to play it safe, and so they fall back, and then they leave you hanging. You're like, I can't fall back. I can't fall back. You know, I'm stuck here. If I get out of this cover, I'm toast. All right, we're at 15-minute mark, so we're going pretty smooth here. Get him or not? I feel like that was right on back there. The cam just disappeared into the air. Is that what happened? There we go. All right, 16 minutes. Perfect down the stairs. Oh, whatever.
Serious trauma detected.
God damn it. I'm getting like every grenade in the house.
Agent vital signs 0.
VL Jack's my hero. Thanks, VL.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Good job. Get rid of that fucking tank.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, that opportunistic is nice. I can see it, you know? When he gets it, when he activates it, you can just see it all happen a little bit faster. Yeah, unfortunately, Oxidizer is unique. It's not a status, but it does take multipliers. So what you're looking for is, you know, amplified damage, damage to targets out of cover, damage to armor, damage to health. You know, so that's why we're running the double walker. So we got it all. We got 20% health damage, 25% armor damage, and then the 8% damage to targets out of cover. "21 minutes. I need to find a good position here. I don't normally use oxidizers when I run, so you know, having a good angle is like literally half the battle of an oxidizer build. Now the best angle is on top of that car. Also a very deadly spot. So it looks like that's where Sick Gem is going. For some reason, the top of that car attracts all the aggro.
Agent down.
fucking birds everywhere, man. There's like 30 of them coming at us. You need to throw the turrets out more forward. Sick, redeploy your turret. Redeploy it, man. You gotta throw it out there. Way in front of you. Fucking lady. I like that bonus armor. Why do they keep coming after me? Fucking things.
Serious trauma.
Where is she? Oh man, I can't get to her. Fuck.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
That's where we died last time.
Agent down.
See, I have to move a lot because I just don't have an angle. I think I need to be on top of that car, you know what I mean?
Serious trauma detected.
He's shooting me in the wrist. Oh, fucker.
Incapacitated.
God.
Agent
Bad timing for that wave, huh? Blind fire, and they were shooting me around the wrist pretty hard. What up, Tab? Yellow unbreakable? Yeah, I've never tried that before. It's a good idea, though. I don't normally use the breakable a lot. I did. And heal. God, those healing traps. Oof, that was a close one. Good job, guys. Yeah, so unfortunately, I think for like in this room with the Oxidizer, I think the best spot is to get on top of that car, which is a dangerous place, but if you can keep the enemies like on their toes, constantly moving, then I think it'll be all right. But you don't want those drone operators to settle in, because then they got you up there, you know what I mean? They'll throw waves of those little stupid things. So I think the other way is to probably put Walker on the chest and then to run. It would be nice to run a Costa's go bag with this to get a little something extra. So what I'm gonna do is oxidize this shit out of this door. Oh, I got stuck. Fuck, no.
Assistance needed.
There's supposed to be a timer.
Agent vital signs 0.
try this again. So I'll heal up. $26.39. Safe. Habsburg double crit, not bad. So we'll go for those snipers up top. Pretty cool, huh? Oof, coming right for me.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Right. I don't know if the Oxidizer works on him. I mean, it should in theory, but I don't know. I mean, it should be working on the backpack. Yeah, it's ticking at him. So that's good. It's not.
Agent down.
Yeah, that hurts.
Critical.
I don't know how that keeps hitting him. That's right on his fucking backpack. Because that goes through him. It's the second time. Shoot the floor instead. Gotta get that backpack. Run out of ammo here in a second. You get it? Yeah, I think we got it. We're down to the pistol. So he's taking armor damage and health damage. You seen that? There you go. Good job, guys. Good run. That was a good one. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I'm a novice at the Oxidizer, but when you use it a lot, you know where to stand. You know what I mean? And each mission, every mission's got a best place to stand depending on what build you're running, and. You know, we did pretty good though. 71 kills. Not bad. VL Jack was running this a status build. So that puts us all basically on par, right? So Sick Jim got 78. I got 71. This other guy's 63. I mean, that's all basically on par there. So pretty well balanced team. 35 minutes. That's a good run. I'll take that. Good job. It's nice when your team is balanced like that too. And then of course VL Jack was setting them up for us to take them down. So yeah, so some other versions. Appreciate you guys. Good job. So yeah, no exotic drop. So I'm gonna head back to the White House and then switch it up a little bit. Show a second version of this. Yeah, so it was ticking at about just shy of 500,000 on the boss. I ran out of ammo, so it could have been a little bit more because the capacitor could have given it a buff. Yeah, I'll show you guys the build. And then we're gonna make some iterations of it, toy around with it. We'll take off, we'll swap the chest, put on the exotic backpack. It's tough. It's tough to go between do you want the exotic backpack or the exotic gloves. I'm really bad with the BTSUs. Like I forget I have them.
You are no longer in a group.
So basically, skill damage, skill haste everywhere, right? So we're missing some skill haste here, and we're missing some skill damage, but that's the first piece of Walker. And then the second piece of Walker, we're missing some skill haste. So we're missing a lot of skill haste on the build, I gotta say. And then we're missing some skill damage there, but that gives us the damage to armor, and that's what we're after. And then combined arms, which is all right. It was all right. It's so short though, 3 seconds, like damn, right? And so I'm kind of liking the idea. I want to try the next one with opportunistic, maybe, you know? Kind of like that idea. You know, I have hesitations because of range, but we'll see. But at least this one, it's not 3 seconds. You know what I mean? 3 seconds is annoying. And then I'm running LMG, the contractors, for the damage to armor. And then we got skill damage as a skill tier. And then Foxes, I wish they had a skill tier, but these are the only ones I have. We're still running 5 skill tiers, so we're cool. But rifle damage, we don't care. Weapon damage, sure. And then damage to targets out of cover, that works for the Oxidizer. Skill damage. So damage armor and skill damage, you get into pattern there, you saw those. And then the mask is the Yaw Hollow Man mask for health damage. And so once you chew through their armor, then you want to finish them off quickly before the Oxidizer dissipates. That helps with that. But Chungas are health damage. And so are tanks, and so are warhounds. So that's why you want health damage. It's good for legendary, especially. And then I'm running glass cannon, so some people don't like the glass cannon, but of course it's the strongest chest piece for the build. And so that's basically what we're running here, is the strongest version aside from any overcharge. So what happens when you get overcharged? Let's take a look. So you get no more ammo. You do get radius, a lot of radius. That's cool. And duration by 30% and damage by 20%. So overcharge doesn't give you that much if you think about it. I don't know if it's worth it. What it really gives you is radius. But if you look at damage, overcharge only gives you 20% damage. Yeah, so you know, they've weakened this for overcharge. I don't know if it's worth doing overcharge, to be honest with you. It's a step in, you know, and it's gonna take up a power slot. I don't think it's worth it, maybe. For 20% damage, I mean, I like the radius, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't refill. I would like to see a refill speed in there. I mean, that's the good news, is the gloves refill the hive, but I don't care about the hive. I care about my Oxidizer on this, you know? So that's interesting. So maybe we don't. I mean, I have justification to not overcharge this. For 20% damage, to use up a slot for that? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll help your team, granted, but what if your team's not running skills? Yeah, Equalizer. Yeah. So the very unique thing about the Oxidizer is a good question. A lot of people don't know this. It's the only skill in the game that takes all of the buffs. So it takes damage to health, damage to armor, and damage to targets out of cover. And so the fire doesn't do that. Bleed takes damage to armor only. Does bleed take damage to health? I don't think so. I can't remember about that. I'd have to look that up. We don't normally run damage to health on bleed builds, but it's possible. But yeah, so turrets and drones don't take any of it, right? So yeah, it's one of the only skills that takes damage to targets out of cover and damage to armor and damage to health. So it's nice to roll into that. So now let's mix it up a little bit. Let's get rid of the perfect glass cannon. Let's go ahead and run some team buffing. Actually, let me snapshot this before I change it. Okay, so what I want to do is run the Walker chest. So I got a Walker chest. We also have a really good Murakami chest. Oh, by the way, that's another unique thing about the about the Oxidizer. It takes skill duration. We'll hold that cloud. So if we run Murakami's, we can take advantage of that. But the other thing, I do have a nice Walker chest piece. I don't know if I want to run it, but so we got skill damage and skill haste, so it's got the right stats. Overwatch, so we can get 12% skill damage and weapon damage, and to our allies. So that's nice. You could also run kinetic momentum, so that won't kill you, but that will give you 15% weapon damage. So what's better for you, that or that, right? And then you're gonna get, that also gives you skill repair if you're riding kinetic momentum, which will help your Artificer Hive repair skills. So the kinetic momentum might even be better, except this buffs your team. So, which will help them kill the enemies that are under tick. Yeah, the radius is yeah. And so we can, from there, we could put on the waveform, but then, you know, one of our skills wouldn't get it. So we could put on, let's see, we could run a Murakami backpack. Got to give us skill duration. That's good. Or we can go for more damage. I feel like we need a little bit more damage now if we're going to run that chest piece, you know? We need to compensate for that. So we could run like a wyvern if I have it. We could also run Empress, which kind of feels like a waste on this one. Let me see. We could run 2 pieces. Ideally, I'd run a wyvern. I can craft a wyvern too if I don't have that. It's just a quick 10%, you know. I mean, we could do improvise. That's basically the same. I put skill haste there, make it a Hannah U. Actually, this works. This works. And then here, what I'll do, I can keep the Murakami. I was thinking, maybe this time I run the shotgun. Huh? Do I have it on me? Yeah. Let's try the Scorpio. And then put on that'll be nice. And then put on, what do you call it? Opportunistic. And so it gives us a little defense. I don't think I have a lot of wyvern backpacks, you know what I mean? I'm so limited in the backpack department. So I do have this one though. I can run the Walker backpack. If I did that, where would I run here? I guess this would end up being the I mean, I couldn't run Brazos just for skill haste. That's not bad either. And I'm guessing I didn't have a wyvern. There's also the yeah, the multipliers, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm kind of limited here. Let's go ahead and put on the Murakamis. That will actually be good for skill haste. Because earlier we were running some skill haste there. And then I'll put on let's see here. So we're gonna need to run skill tier there. Yeah, I could run a Picaro, but I don't really need just flat weapon damage. I mean, it is helpful because you do weaken them enough to make them pretty easy to kill. And so that could turn out to be like one less shot. So this looks pretty good. It's a shift, and let's change this backpack talent to opportunistic. And that's also going to buff your team. So I think this might be a better version because it's not so selfish, you know? Because the opportunistic is buffing your team and it's buffing yourself, right? And then you got this thing that's going to give us more damage to armor. Also, it's got crit damage, which kind of sucks, but that's cool. We don't really need crit damage. I'd rather have damage to health or whatever. But either way, we're going to get the additional 20% amp damage there. And so we got more damage off the backpack, easier to maintain than combined arms. And then we're buffing the team from all three of those things, not to mention the weapon or the skill itself. So let's go ahead and check this damage and see. So before we were hitting at like 580. And so we're going to be missing 60% skill damage, right? And combined arms. So it's actually a lot of skill damage we're changing, but we're moving things around. So let's see. So we got to wait for our chest to charge up here. But this would be more of a team support build, so it'd be a really good idea to run this too. The downside is opportunistic is selective, isn't it? So you'd have to be doing that. Quite a bit less. Yeah, that's the downside about opportunistic. It's selective. You know what I'm saying? So it's only helping you against that one enemy, you know? And you got like 6 enemies standing in front of you, so you'd have to like do that, which is okay. But you might be spraying the whole field, you know? I mean, that's quite a bit less damage, I gotta say. It's quite a bit less. It's like half. I mean, it's still doing the trick, but it's like half. I mean, we're losing glass cannon off the chest, right? Which is amp damage. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do this. I feel pretty bad about myself. Okay, let me I still got opportunistic, I know that, but let me see what happens when we get our weapon back into it. Okay. I don't mind taking off glass cannon, but the backpack might have to go back. So 434. So that's about 200,000 more than we had before. So that's good. So yeah, I think we're gonna want to keep this. Because that 60% damage addition to your Oxidizer isn't selective. It's all the enemy, right? Versus just one. And that's the downside about opportunistic. You'd have to like, the enemies, like what happens is, you see it happening in gameplay, you'll spray that door and they all go running. You know, they don't just stand there unless you got somebody with riot foam helping you out. And so when they go running, you know, then you're gonna have to send another cloud over there, right? But you don't have the chance to opportunistic that guy, you know? You might have to pepper spray the whole room. So I think we want to probably put back on combined arms. And then run the assault rifle. I mean, you could also run in sync or whatever, but this has got really nice damage to armor. You could run a shotgun within sync. You could run the mop, like somebody suggested earlier. That's actually a decent option to get some armor back. But again, range. I kind of like the range of this thing. I feel like that was doing a good job. The mop is really shallow. So I'm gonna put this back to combined arms. So you got a few options here. Kills from cover, skill cooldown. So you can do that. Shotgun awe doesn't work. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna go for more power nasty on the chest for me myself, I'd probably go kinetic momentum. You know? I mean, it doesn't help the weapon, of course, like Spike does, but at least it helps the skill. And kinetic momentum also helps the repairs coming off of this, so you can kind of help there. So Overwatch, basically what we've done is just, we took off perfect glass cannon, added some skill duration, a little bit of skill haste, and then now we're running this Overwatch. Let's see how Overwatch holds. Yeah, that's right, Tap. And that's why you want that duration up, right? Exactly right. As long as you got a good spread left, you spraying left, spraying right, then you can protect yourself from wasting too much of your... Okay, so it looks like we're good there. So 434 on armor. And then 531. So that's not bad. So we were stronger before. We were hitting that maybe 580 to 630 with some team buffs. I have to look back what we were before. 531, 843. Let's just look at the damage to armor. So let's call it 532. All right. Now let's change the chest piece back to where we were just to test the difference. So 532, and then the backpack was Walker, right? There we go. Let me get my stacks up real quick. All right, so we were comparison 532. 612. It's about 75,000 per tick difference. Of course, with glass cannon. So, I mean, you could go regular glass cannon too. So we could do this and play it in the middle. Yeah, but we were doing a lot of shooting. You know, we were doing a lot of shooting. There was very few times where we weren't. We could also do kinetic momentum. Should we look at that as an alternate? Let's look at that. You could go in sync though. Yeah, if you had a hard time popping out of cover, which sometimes happened. It totally depends on your team though, doesn't it? A little bit. Because if you're able to park it in the back. Okay, so we got the double damage to armor. Now we're running Murakami on the chest. So we've got the skill duration, skill damage again, and now kinetic momentum. So I think in sync is almost harder because not in sync, combined arms. So 432, and then does it say 526? So that's barely less. Kinetic momentum is barely less. Obviously, your weapon gets weaker. Should probably stick with kinetic momentum and just. So kinetic momentum is good. So I mean, it is buffing your team indirectly through the hive. So it's giving to see the skill repair down there. So it's getting a 30% buff to that. Sort of a rumor because I think that's pretty hard to test. Anybody know how to test that? So tag team works pretty easy. Actually, we could try tag team too. So tag team would shave 6 seconds pretty easily actually. So let's do that. I probably have a good tag team here on my bag. Wyvern with glass cannon. We do have that one, by the way. We might take that one instead of Murakami. I like Murakami though because it allows me to explain and open people's minds about skill duration and the Oxidizer. Well, a lot of people don't know that. So it's kind of a nice feature just for that purpose of like, hey, if you needed to. Let me see here. All right, let's put on Wyvern instead. Okay, skill damage and armor regen, which kind of sucks, but let's put on tag team. So tag team would work for this. So you damage the enemy with a skill and then you shoot that marked enemy and you would get 6 seconds shaved, which would be very helpful. The downside is that because the way the Oxidizer works, so there's a trick to this. Because of the way the Oxidizer works, it's the last enemy damaged by your skill. So it's going to be rotating that skull from one enemy to the next. And so you might be chasing that enemy down as he's running around, right? So 486. Comes up a lot though, huh? So it's really hard to see in true effect here. Let me turn off skill haste. All right. So what is our duration on this thing, or cooldown? It's 20 seconds, so that's a lot. Because you got to shoot to maintain combined arms anyway, so it's not a bad option. So we're hitting up 500,000. I mean, it's a good way to maintain. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's probably a good idea. You know, you don't need a lot of regen. I mean, skill haste to come back. But like enough for like 1 or 2 chems, I feel like. Because I always felt like we were like 1 or 2 chems short, you know? Not a lot of chems short, like 1 or 2. I like that though. Let's get rid of it all. Nah. It's good, or even right there, right? To shave off that last bit. Yeah, it's a tough case. Yeah, it's a cooldown reduction talent. And you can combine it with the backpack one too, right? So there's a backpack cooldown reduction talent. Which is called... It's like skilled, isn't that what it is? Perfectly skilled. I don't have it here with me right now. You can combine those, but then you take away a lot of your damage. And that's the thing, I feel like you need to be pretty strong with this thing. Otherwise, that's gonna consume your... That's also consuming your chems, you know what I mean? Because you're just not strong enough. So there's a little bit of a balance there, basically. And that's without the skill haste mod. I didn't put it on. Down 2 skill haste mods there. I like it though. Actually, I probably prefer this or kinetic momentum. I think that's the more interesting to me. Better than Overwatch, I feel like, on this build. I think you do have to maintain some sort of selfishness a little bit, because otherwise you just, you know, the Oxidizer is kind of finicky. I feel like if you're not strong, it's weak. It's just like a little bit black and white, you know? And then if it's not to a certain point, then I feel like I'll just run Eclipse Protocol, all right, guys? You know what I mean? Let me just riot foam them and tick them with the Vile Mask, you know? And so I feel like you gotta get it really strong. And that's how you see people farming, like when there was that Anderson farm, right? People were using the chems. Floor 100, floor 10, those are all chem. People would use the chems for those. Very efficient way to play it. So I like tag team. So tag team, kinetic momentum, probably tag team, I guess. And then we probably want to... I wish I had skill haste there, unfortunately. I wonder if I might have another chest piece. Yeah, that's right, Tap. I mean, tag team only works for you, so your allies can't use tag team. And so your allies can accidentally eliminate your tag team target. Another way to do it would be just to add, so skill haste doesn't stack very well, but so to a certain point it's useful, then afterwards it kind of gets diminished. So, but you could run one Brazos and one Hannah U also, instead of the duration, and then put back on kinetic momentum. Just kind of play in the middle, sort of a middle ground there. That would give you 50% skill haste. I'm gonna see what. Come on, get in that door. Okay, so let's see if I got a better chest. I thought I grabbed it. So there's one right there. So that's a better, because we could put skill damage and skill haste. So that's a better tag team chest. So that's a good option there. And then I don't think I have anything else here for that. There's a Hannah U one there, but it's got status effects. It's gonna sucks. And I think every slot's gonna count on this. Yeah, very interesting build. It's not gonna be for everybody. So there's this one, throw in a grenade, you get the overcharge, you get the grenade refunded, you also get an extra armor kit, and status effects, which we're not using, but it comes with skill damage and skill haste, so the stats are there. But basically, once every 60 seconds, for 15 seconds, you get an extra 20% damage in a big radius. I don't know, you know? I don't know. Yeah, they can't, yeah, tag team only works for you, it's gotta be your weapon. Nobody can see it, yeah, sadly. There's perfectly calculated, so that's another way if you want to go double into your status effects there. I mean, into your cooldowns, so you can run something like that. I think we have that one in my bag already. And then, yeah, I guess that's it. That's all I have. I was looking for a Hannah U. Yeah, so I like the idea of that, but I don't think it'd be worth it. You're only overcharging yourself. At least if you did go with the, so here's this one. We could run this one on the build. Right stats. The downside is like one piece of Empress sucks. So I'd have to go around and complete the set. And then it would break the build concept. There's a Hannah U with Creeping Death. That wouldn't work. But a Hannah U would be a good backpack. It would be equally strong to go Hannah U and not run duration. You know, it's kind of a preference thing. But the Brazos does work back there also. Yeah, so basically that's all we got is that chest piece. Let me see what other weapons. I know you guys are interested in looking at that too. Look for, so you got the mechanical animal that would throw us into overcharge, so that's a good backup weapon right there. Switch to it, get your overcharge, go back to your capacitor. So that's probably our better backup. And then looking for my assault rifle, must be somewhere else. Lefty is a good backup too, actually. You have to be careful though, you know, switching out a capacitor can suck, so you want to be picky about that. This one's cool too if you want to play up close. You get nice damage to armor also, but you get the 10% armor on kill. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I don't know where my... Did I miss it? A test subject. Should be up here. Oh, it must be on my other character, I guess. Weird. Alright. It's alright. Not a big deal. I'd prefer not to use it. I like the idea of only putting out one shot, you know, and it activates. But you still have to, it only activates for, what is that buff? Like 5 seconds? It's pretty short, right? And so you still have to continuously shoot. It's like combined arms, which means it doesn't stray too far from the capacitor when it comes to stacking. The catch is it activates faster. It activates faster, but it still has to be maintained. But at least you're at full buff after a single bullet. But you also deactivate faster, where the capacitor degrades over time.
Safe area detected.
Yeah, so it'd be only one kill. Yeah, we just have to switch over to that. Get your kill. And the enemies ideally have been weakened by your Oxidizer. The downside is the reality of it all when it comes to the mechanical animal is you'd want that overcharge up front, right? And that's the only thing that does that would be the Acosta's Go Bag. I mean, you could do it with the BTSU also, but the Acostas can give you the overcharge up front, right? You huck the grenade, you got overcharge just in time for that door to open. You know what I mean? The door opens and you're already on overcharge. I mean, that's a good use case right there. So this would be the chest we'd want to run, and then I like this setup though. I think it's a nice balance to go this way, roll a little bit into your status effect. I mean your skill haste. And put out more damage over time by never running out of, by making it harder to run out. But remember, tag team isn't going to be perfect on this because enemies are going to run away from you or get killed by your allies. But cool. Let's hold this for a part 2. Okay, let's test this in a part 2 probably tomorrow. Because I got to cut it off so I can work on a video and get some din-din in the belly. All right, everybody. I appreciate you hanging in there as we explore Oxidizers. I will catch you tomorrow. Sound like a plan? Later.